In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
And welcome back to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show. Today, we're here to bring you the latest on crypto altcoin ETFs, inside reports from Eleanor Tourette about updated regulations from the SEC regarding ETF filings, making them faster and easier than ever before, by the way. More bullish than crypto than you ever expected. As well as, guys, we are on government shutdown watch tonight, coming in at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern. The United States government is expected to shut down. So what else can we do in the event of a government shutdown besides crack a beer? So today I'm bringing a sticky traffic. Oh, we got T-Square in the house. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? What are you doing to your screen?
What do you mean, what was I doing to my screen?
Oh, on my end, you're touching your screen.
No, I wasn't.
Oh well. delayed reaction, I guess. The first, like, your screen was like blacking out. Like, wait, what's going on? And then you're like, "What's up, man?" Like, okay, well, I missed something. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. I just got done saying that we're on government shutdown watch tonight.
Oh, I love government shutdown. Come on, fill a CME gap before we can just rock it up. What's up, Ted? Sorry, guys, we're running a little late. You know, I was eating with the family, and sometimes family comes first, right? What did Charlie Kirk say? God, family, freedom.
Yeah.
I got into Deschutes. I didn't open it yet. I was drinking an ice water for dinner. It's like this is my last beer, so I had to make it count. Get a little ASMR pop for me.
Sure.
Bam, 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 chicka, champan. What we got going on today, Trent?
Well, I've got sticky traffic. Gross, as Ted says.
Did FTX do the drop no money today?
Yeah.
So it's also so. What's up, King Christopher Paul?
Hey, what's going on? Welcome on in. This is a double dry hopped, hazy double India Pale Ale coming in at 8.4% alcohol by volume. Here's our ASMR pop.
Oh man, I got here just in time then for.
This is Ted's favorite, guys.
Was King Christopher Paul 477 says so. What you got hydrating today, King? What do you got drinking, man?
If this is your first time joining us, Nope. Okay.
No, that being said, I was running late. So, guys, if you haven't already, smash that golden like button, but not down, but up for the upside because we made it here on time. Fashionably late, but on time. Smash. Don't want to mess with the camera again. And then we got the subscribe bell, ring-a-ding-ding, and ring-a-ding-ding. You can find us over there in that corner for YouTube. They censor us because we're so great. I don't know if they censor us. I just say that. We're over here on Kick and Rumble. We just grow naturally, and it's all good in the hood. Oh, you got little buttons now. I need to get buttons, man. I need to get my thingy working again.
Yes.
I have to do that before tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before tomorrow. Trent, I wanted to share this on the screen with you.
Go for it.
Boom. Guys, what do we got? So we check out the quarterly close. Wait, here it is. Only 6.3%, Trent, for our new quarterly close. And that would start Q4. We started the Q4, which is good. Usually the best quarter we ever have. September, we finished off for Bitcoin at 5.16%. Wait, yeah, 5.61%. That's not bad. I mean, yesterday we were at 6.05, so we're a little bit lower. But considering that all the months, that's like top, like third best September we've ever had. Which actually, it really wasn't that bad. Diet Coke burning bad. I feel it, dude. I feel it. Oh, but yeah, it wasn't too bad month, Trent. And then we go jump in the charts. Boom. There was something I texted you earlier. I can't remember what it was. I always try to text you like whenever I catch certain articles. I'm like, oh, this got my attention. I'm like, I should do this later. Asterd, man, it is freaking dumping. Actually, I didn't really dump that much, but it is down like 30% from where it's at all-time high.
Yeah.
This is a good level to kind of DCA in is right here.
Yes, sir.
Especially if it does what Hyperliquid did. Hyperliquid just is hype at. It kind of just ran and went. And did you watch CryptoFace do a video on Asterd and how easy it is to use?
I saw that he posted a video, but I have zero interest in using Aster. Hey, we'll take a look at Virtual Protocol for you. Tuning in from Australia. Where's some good news? Well, you know, if you go back on our channel and you watch our interviews with our good friends from Caleb and Brown, you can see and listen to a little bit of Aussie accent here on the Blockchain Brew Show. So, yeah.
Yep.
Subscribe to join the Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube.
You know, it's
and
not
we will
like
look at virtual. I don't use virtual. I don't use Aster. I have all my money wrapped up in the Cardano ecosystem and on BYDFi, our exchange partner of choice, where I have like probably too much money sitting in low leverage longs. So it doesn't really leave anything left for me to play around with new stuff, like especially in DeFi. So, you know, I'm a Cardano guy for DeFi. That's what I do. Now we do enjoy taking a look at everything for you.
Well, Trent, I don't know. Trent didn't tell you this, but I hate looking at virtuals because I had 500,000 virtual tokens stolen from my wallet. Yeah. So it's a bittersweet relationship I have, especially because there was airdrop to me, and I was like, "Hey, look at, I'm up." Nope, they're gone. They're all gone.
After you show that virtual chart real quick, I should backtrack into the news just for a second.
Yeah. Well, we're gaining strength. Open doors to the upside. Money flows. Everything I like right now in the charts looks good. You can just see right here on Market Cipher. I'll try to expand it out where you can see maybe a little bit easier. We have open doors for the blue momentum waves. VWAP is thick and it is up. The money flow is coming in where it's turning green. Stokes, RSI, and strength are all into the upside. We have a rounded bottom in the 21 MA. DBSI says 12, 17, 18 was showing that we're getting strength. Now we're coming up to this resistant line right here, which is probably where we'll end up stopping, this is just the 1 hour at 102 or 104. The 4 hour, we have some bullish divergence coming for us. And we have a swing down. Shrink this up. We have double green dots for like the Bitboy green dots. So we got the divergence coming for us. Strength, Stokes, VWAP looks good. Money flow is just starting to creep over. So maybe this is the bottom right where we're at. We're bouncing off the 21 right now. So we can break above it. We can see some pretty large legs. So our short term would be 104. And the first next stop would be 110. Would be our next range. And then about 122. And shout out to Joe Intuition too yesterday. He called a short for a Bitcoin and he crushed it. Good job, Joe.
Yes, sir.
4 hour looks good. Well, 12 hours is looking pretty good too. We don't really have the bullish divergence on the 12 hour, but we do have a double bottom using Heiken-Ashi candles with a doji candle to sign of a trend reversal. We do have a green dot. It just formed. The VWAP breaking up, this could be a breakout with the smaller time frame showing more upwards action. I'm trying to expand out. See, now just like everything else in the future, it's like playing blackjack. You bet on the odds. So I showed you what happens if we break up. Now, if we break down, which is a possibility, we're in a nice falling wedge right now. So we could actually see like a measured move of like, I don't know, like pull this up. The measured move is pointing up to like $2.70 over the next couple of weeks, but probably the end of October. But if we break down, which is possible, we're right here right now. The next level we break down to would be I would say 75 cents with the range of 45 cents being a worst case scenario. But when October, not as likely. But if the government shuts down tonight and everybody goes into a panic, hey, maybe we'll hit that level and you get an even better range to get into. But even the daily, I just noticed the daily also has a green dot. So now you have the 12 hour has a green dot. The daily has a green dot. Wow, this is probably I wouldn't go all in if you're going to leverage trade it, but I'd probably put 50% of my trade in right here. And then if it goes down to these levels, I would DCA in. Okay, there you go. I'm going to jump into the news, or Trent's going to jump into the news.
I'm scaling into a very large for me, like 20 grand. A large low leverage long position on Cardano, CoinM futures on BYDFi. So that's our exchange partner of choice. Link in the description. When you trade CoinM futures, you pay yourself when you take profits, you pay yourself in the coin that you're trading. So I would take my profits rather than in USDT, I would take my profits in the form of more ADA. My best swing trade that I've ever done, I entered in and out of this trade a couple times, but I was trading CoinM futures on XRP on BYDFi, and I made about a total of 8,000 XRP in profit on that trade. So,
stoked?
Doesn't that create two taxable events doing it that way? Well, no, because you're entering a leverage trade on an exchange. Not really. I mean, you're taking your assets that you already have. You're saying because you're making a gain in the asset, and then you're gonna sell.
Now, I'm not a tax person, but I figured it's like, if stocks split and then you double your stocks, this is just a stock question. If you don't sell your stocks, is that a taxable event when they just doubled your stock, basically doubled your value?
Right. He says yes.
I guess it's possible. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You would be incurring a capital gain in the form of more ADA, or in the form of more, whatever. You're better off getting paid in stables and rebuying, I think, tax-wise. That's true. I will say, though, and I'm not encouraging this, but I mean, if you're on a non-KYC exchange that's not sending a tax report, I'm just gonna plan on paying taxes on what I.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Sell at the end of the day and cash out to my bank account. Trump is firing half of the IRS, and nobody's coming after me for the CoinM futures gains that I made on a non-KYC exchange.
But in 20 years from now, when Cardano's $150 per coin, they'll be like, Trent made $2 million back 20 years ago.
But then isn't that past the statute of limitations? Can't they only go back 7 years?
Some things go back that far.
Yeah, I don't know. When that date comes, I will reckon with it. Yeah, that's long-term capital gains, right? It's still two taxable events, though. You're right. Incurring a capital gain on the income that you made, whether that's in USDT or in the asset.
Hey, right? 532. Thanks for subbing to us.
October, baby.
October, LT. That's right.
Hey, has anyone out there watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
I've seen it with my wife. Why?
The part of the song that's like, we're going up.
I turned that part on mute. It had nothing to do with the movie.
Anyways, it took me 20 years to clear my. Dang, man, I'm sorry about that. He said my son's been watching it. Hey, it's a banger movie. Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
Banger, I don't even know her. Anyways. All right, guys. SEC and CFTC team up for first joint roundtable in 14 years. This is the first time in 14 years that the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodities Futures Trading Commission team up at a roundtable. So, guys, this is a report from Ellie Tourette. She got her big start in Washington, D.C. adjacent crypto insider reporting through the Ripple versus SEC case. She was one of the most important commentators on that case the whole time. So, we love Ellie for that. And it's good to see you're expanding, doing your thing, and giving some reliable reporting out there to the public. So what you'll read, okay. This afternoon, some of the biggest names in traditional finance and crypto will gather, and this was from yesterday, will gather at the SEC's headquarters in Washington, D.C. for a roundtable jointly hosted with the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. This event is notable for those reasons. First, it's the first time in more than 14 years that the sister agencies have I don't know why I'm getting so distracted today. I have a Toyota Tacoma, right?
So do not you?
And in the Tacoma community, we call, people call their Tacomas tacos, right? So a couple friends of ours also got a Tacoma, and my wife went around saying that we're now taco sisters. Because
I've never heard that before. I learned something new today.
Yeah. Anyways.
Maybe it's something you guys do in the desert for entertainment.
It said sister agencies, and that sent me on a rabbit trail.
You want to sent me on a rabbit trail? He's King Christopher Paul 477 Hutchinson said, it took him 20 years to clear up his IRS crap. My father-in-law had the same problem, man. He was like 21. He did something wrong with his taxes, and they slapped him with a $1.5 million fine. I don't even know what I would do if I was 21. I'm like, is the bankruptcy button on this? I don't know. He paid it off, though. It took him like 30 years to pay it off.
Abolish the IRS, man. Go Trump.
No, we want the ERS.
Oh, yeah. The external revenue. Yeah. Oh, man. The external revenue taxes. Xi Jinping's not to pay my taxes.
Yeah. Make Canada do it. friendly payback.
No offense, John 3:16. Man. First time in more than 14 years that the sister agencies have joined forces on a joint initiative to harmonize regulatory frameworks for shared priorities like crypto and prediction markets. The last joint roundtable took place on August 1st, 2011, focusing on cross-border issues for swaps regulations. Second, it's the first time major Wall Street exchange leaders will sit down with their digital counterparts to discuss market operations as one. It's a striking shift for an industry long treated as fringe, and a clear signal that crypto now has a seat at the table in the broader financial system. One of the three panels will feature Jeff Sprecher, CEO of ICE, not the Immigrations and Customs, I don't know what E stands for, but not Immigration ICE, but the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. Anyways, I'm going to skip through some of this.
I should go grab what I found in the garbage, guys.
Oh, yeah. Remarks from SEC Chair Paul Atkins, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's the real meat of it over here. So Ellie posted on her X account, Scoop, SEC has asked issuers of Litecoin, XRP, Solana, Cardano, and Dogecoin ETFs to withdraw their 19 B4 filings following the approval of the generic listing standards, which replaced the need for those filings. I'm told withdrawals could start happening as soon as this week. By the way, I have to apologize to you guys about something that I was not on top of the way I should have been. Do you guys realize that there is technically a spot XRP and Dogecoin ETF that's been approved? And we did see Dogecoin rip because of that. Like this happened kind of right underneath our eyes over the last couple weeks, and we didn't really we didn't really stay on top of it the way we should have. So my apologies to you guys on that. I was just telling them, maybe you.
What's up, Calvin? I had my Challenger paid off. It's a beast. It goes fast. They stopped making my model. It's a V6, but they stopped making my model because it's too quick. Fastest 0 to 60 is 5.3 seconds. Not like to brag. For V6. I want to supercharge it.
Maybe you were more aware of this than I was. I don't know. Because I just kind of assumed that it was not spot. But do you realize that there is technically an XRP and Dogecoin spot ETF? That's
is there though?
There is.
It's not futures.
I was deep diving into it today. There absolutely is. Now is it listed in trading yet? I don't know, but it is approved. That's why Dogecoin was ripping last week. So, big stuff here. Anyway,
we got 2 Duramaxes.
Anyways, I'll say it one last time, guys. My apologies. I was not as on top of that as I should have been. It kind of happened right underneath our eyes, and I don't know. Anyways,
I like classic trucks, man. I want to get trucks like in the 80s, maybe even 70s.
So ETF issuers were asked to withdraw their 19B4 filings following the approval of the generic listing standards, which will replace the need for those filings. I'm told withdrawals could start happening as soon as this week. Now, later, a couple hours later, she gave some updates to this. She said more context for those asking whether withdrawal is a bad thing. Because here's what's going on. The SEC says, hey guys, Grayscale and Wisdom Tree and Franklin Templeton and whoever else is out there issuing a Litecoin, XRP, Solana, ADA, and Doge ETFs. Go ahead and withdraw the section of your filings that fall under the 19B through 4 categories. You don't need it anymore. So it raised some concerns, some speculation, some inquiries as to why the SEC is saying that. Are you saying hey, just, don't call me, I'll call you? Withdraw your filings because just forget about it, it's not going to happen? No, it couldn't be further from the truth. So Ellie said, more context for those asking whether withdrawal is a bad thing. The short answer is no. The long answer, when the SEC approved the generic listing standards 2 weeks ago, it eliminated the need for exchanges to file 19B through 4 forms to list individual token ETFs, simplifying and speeding up the process. This move signals that the new process is working as intended. As long as the tokens meet existing criteria, the SEC can approve a crypto ETF at any time with just an S1 filing. So even though deadlines are looming for these individual ETFs, the SEC could technically make a decision on any or all of these at any time. So
I think they were waiting to do them all at once.
Right, exactly. Well, but that's what this is. That's actually what this is saying, and that's actually why this is so bullish.
Yeah, because they don't want first mover advantage just to go to one coin. They want them all to be launched and let duke them out. Let
Correct.
The best ETF win. Which is this counts Cardano.
Well, not really. I mean, these front runners are still going to be the first ones out there, but that means that, look, we were looking at November, December timeframes for what? H-bar and several others. Well, now because of this, look, the SEC can approve H-bar at literally any moment. It doesn't have to wait till November deadlines. So in the future, when a filing is made, it reduces the delay time frame from 200 and something days, literally down to 70 days. So the turnaround on these altcoin ETF filings has gotten exponentially faster. What this means is that over the months to come, we're going to see altcoin ETFs filing approval. The turnaround on this, it has sped up in a very tremendous way.
Exponentially.
And you know, the other thing about this is that as long as a coin, I was doing this research today, as long as a coin meets the SEC's predefined standards. What are those standards? Well, basically has a history on an approved exchange, like Coinbase, for example, or it has a certain amount of volume, 6 years worth of volume levels on futures contract volume levels on certain tiered exchanges. As long as the coin meets those criteria, the filer can almost, get pre-approval from the SEC and then just go ahead and list. Which means that the time frame between hearing that the SEC approved something and it actually being listed, you could wake up one morning and instead of hearing news that something got approved, you're actually waking up, looking at your phone, and realizing that the thing is live, that the ETF is live and trading from one day to the next.
Did you know what I just realized? Did you know David Schwartz is stepping away from Ripple?
Is he?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me tell you. Boom! Here we go. All right. David Schwartz, as happens in one's life, I've been taking stock in my last 40 years. It's been a wild ride. I've gone from consulting with the NSA to watching early stages of Bitcoin. Then I met Arthur, Jed, and Chris and worked on coding the XRP ledger. Now I have spent more than 13 years at Ripple. I can't imagine to explain the depth of gratitude to this company, the people who work here, and the community and surrounds the XRPL. It's been one of the greatest honors and experience of my life, second only to my amazing family. Time has come for me to step back from my day-to-day duties at Ripple CTO. At the end of the year, I'm really looking forward to spending more time with my kids and grandkids and going back to my hobbies. I set aside, but be warned, I am not going away from the XRP community. You haven't seen the last of me, now or ever. Last few months, I've been tinkering on the side, spinning up my own XRPL node and publishing its output data, researching other use cases for XRP besides what Ripple is focused on, and more. I truly enjoy this part, getting my hands dirty, talking to the builders, and coding for the pure love of it. I'm really excited to get back to that. More to come this very soon, I'm sure.
Hey, well,
Bullish or bearish?
good. Oh, it's neutral. It doesn't matter. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for David Schwartz. He
has kids.
Yeah, probably. Good for him. Good for him.
I wonder how many kids he has.
I don't know.
I mean, with that, can you imagine all his kids have the same hair as him?
Yeah. Well, shall we jump into some charts?
Oh, one more second. Is Brian Quintez, is he the one that leaked a bunch of text messages out on social media because he said that the Gemini brothers were trying to blackmail him?
I don't know.
Trump White House has withdrawn Brian Quintez nominee to lead the Commodity Futures Trading Commission.
But let's just get the spark notes of this stuff.
Well, that's what. Yeah, that's where I was going to.
There it is. Winklevoss Public.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to rain on my parade, man. I let you talk. That was my turn. Mr. Tacos over there. Quintez, Winklevoss Public spat over nomination. Quintez had previously claimed that the Winklevoss brothers had interfered with his nomination, pressuring President Donald Trump to drop his pick. Quintez shared a series of private messages between himself and the Winklevoss on X last month, claiming Trump might have been misled. Okay, there you go. Here, see?
Oh,
Crush my feelings for not. You're telling me I don't know how to read the room.
I know.
Embarrass me on social media, Trent, on the stream live.
Are you kicking off charts or?
I don't know. I might not ever be able to do this again.
Okay.
I'm hurt, man. Chara, do you see gold and silver? Chara, $47 silver, $38.50 gold. I heard it could keep going too. I heard it's not going to slow down.
Let's see here.
I found my place in Texas where some collectors had a bunch of for sale. Wait, what did I miss? The truck gross sale was my 97 F350. Oh yeah. It was simple to work on and a beast. Yeah, heck yeah, that is. Old 7.3s are my fave. Oh yeah, you know it, dude. Oh, I found a place in Texas where some collectors had a bunch for sale. Man, I need to get out there, Texas. I've been looking at places to move after this bull run. I played with different ideas. Hey guys, after this bull run, or maybe before the bull run ends, should me and Trent get matching backgrounds to make it look like we're in the same room no matter where we're at? I'm just getting really tired of looking at Taylor Swift. I need to do a poll. I'm gonna put a poll up right now.
Well, one of the options in the poll needs to be we move to the same city and have a shared studio.
I'm totally down with that. I don't even need a shared studio. I think a shared garage would be fun.
Right.
Well, 2 garages, one in yours and one in mine. We could just
need the bleach behind you. Is that code for something? I don't know. So, guys, on Bitcoin, you know what this reminds me of on the 1 hour chart? Like, it looks like a 1 hour fractal. Not quite, okay? But it looks like a 1 hour fractal of the 2021 bull market. Which that wouldn't actually be a good thing, because it would just mean that if it was a true fractal, it would just mean that we're about to do that. But anyways, it's not really a fractal. It's just the structure just reminds me of that. What I'm actually seeing right here. Let me go to my arc. Little cup and handy. Little one hour cup and handy. So, you know, this would bring us to roughly back up to 116.6, $116,624. So, you know, hey, that's nothing to shake a stick at there. That brings us back.
It is when you're in a short.
Yeah. I mean, a scalp short could play out. I mean, it could, you know, kind of retest this trend line of the handle right there or something. But, you know, you have like all of these moving averages crossing to the upside. You know, this is just the 1 hour though, so it's nothing to bet the farm on. But we move up to the 4 hour, we see this beautiful curvature to the 21 moving average, and even the dip that we had, like, guys, there are some reasons why I'm inclined to say that we might just keep going, and that's not a wise thing to bet the farm on, because the overwhelming witness of statistics. Facts, who cares about the background bullshit?
Meme outfits. Hey, you should get the Bitfire dog.
Oh yeah.
I'll dress up as maybe. Hey, that's a good idea for Halloween's coming up. We'll have Trent dress up like a Toshi cat, and I'll dress up as as Cardano.
I'll dress up as Charles Hoskins.
I'm going to dress up as David Schwartz. Get the long hair.
You know, it's never a wise thing to bet too strongly that we're just going to keep going when there's a CME gap underneath us. The overwhelming witness of statistics tells us that we're going to fill the CME gap. And, you know, this is like, so government shutdown tonight, look for a dump tomorrow. Maybe. I'll address that in a second. But the fact that I'm looking at these charts and I feel like we can keep running. Now, when I say that, like, I need you to understand that this is like saying that, you know, we're entering the UFC ring. And it's like, in the red corner, Trent. In the blue corner, statistics.
What about T-Square?
Like, who do you think's gonna win this one? Trent or statistics?
Or T-Square. I'm in Costa's boat on this one. I think if we get a shutdown, I wouldn't be surprised to see a dump.
Right.
Now, I think that would be, I wouldn't want to say a black swan event because I feel like it's kind of predicted, but there are more indicators showing that we'll get a pump. So, but I feel like if it stays open, we're good. If it doesn't, then we'll get a dip.
Yeah, it could be a dark gray swan.
A dark gray swan.
Or a light gray swan.
It's like a swan you see in a pond, but you don't know what color it is, so you shoot.
Right. So, look, on the daily chart, I will show you the last significant government shutdowns in Bitcoin history. So I'm going to use my calendar tool down here. I'm going to go to December 22nd of 2018. And I'm going to go there.
My kids are being wild, Trent. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're good.
I'll be right back, guys. Sometimes dad has to be dad.
So, you know, I was actually charting this earlier. I posted a little video about this. So, earlier today. So here's the thing, is that on December 22nd of 2018, we had a government shutdown that lasted about 35 days. Now, when that happened, guys, this was the very bottom of the bear market. So you can see, I mean, I circled it, but I'll circle it again so you can see it live. Like, this constitutes this whole range right here. Okay. December 22nd was on that candle right there. It's actually a green candle. And the aftermath, literally the next day after the shutdown, we had an indecision doji candle. 2 days after the shutdown, we had a high wick to the upside. 4 days after the shutdown, we had a bearish engulfing candle. But that bearish engulfing candle only brought us down a couple percent, and then we trended sideways. We actually went on to almost make a higher high in the midst of a shutdown. Then got another indecision candle, then another bearish engulfing candle, and then trended sideways for a long time. So what you need to understand about this portion of the Bitcoin cycle is that Bitcoin was already making a bottoming out pattern. Okay, it was already rounding a bottom. You know, so this is like, I would compare this to the end of 2022 when FTX collapsed, and you would think that this was the worst thing in the world. But really, the bear market bottom was in. And FTX only brought Bitcoin down a few more percentage points. So, you know, the bottom was in, and one of the ways that you knew the bottom was in was that something as massive as FTX failed to bring the price that much lower. So that's where I would compare this point to in December of 2018. Another point where we got a government shutdown, much shorter. This one was 35 days. We got one back here. January 20th. So we got one January 20th of 2018. But again, what was the broader market structure that was happening? The broader market structure that was happening was that we just saw the top of the bull run. And we went on to set a pattern of lower highs and lower lows, right? So this, let me just remove all my drawings. So this was the top of the bear market, or the top of the 2017 bull run. And then we saw into January of 2018, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. Actually, a lower high, a higher low, consolidation, a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? This was bear market. This was the beginning of the bear market. This was the market structure that we were forming. And so when we got a government shutdown on January 20th of 2018, it only lasted a couple days this time. But look, we had a green candle that day, a pretty sizable green candle. And here's the point. Neither in this portion of the market or in this portion of the market over here that saw a 35-day government shutdown, market structure was still king. What the market was doing, it was doing regardless of the government shutdown.
And it could be bullish because if we fire all them Democrats that are voting anti-bearish crypto stuff, hey, maybe it's a bullish event. It's a white swan.
Yeah, look, so, in both of those events, the market, Mr. Market, was doing what he wanted, regardless of the government shutdown. So my question right now is, what kind of structure is Mr. Market setting up? And is he going to care about the government shutdown that much? Well, let's find out. We have a series of...
Just a heads up too, Trent, I'm ready for our favorite segment.
Oh, got you. I'll shoot it over right now. So we got...
Don't do it right now.
Yeah.
I want to say something before.
Okay, so we got a low, a high, higher low, consolidation, and then
what's up, Amelia?
And then we got a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a lower low, consolidation, 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 consolidation. Okay, so right now we have consolidation.
You draw really good circles with your mouse.
Right now we have consolidation within a macro uptrend. So here's the question. Is Mr. Market going to care about the government shutdown, or is he going to continue the macro uptrend? He's definitely going to continue the macro uptrend. In my mind, the only question is, do we pop down and fill the CME gap? Because I genuinely don't believe we're going that much lower than that. So there we go. take it away.
Wait, don't put me up yet, guys. I want to give you. We're doing a game. So I told you I found something in the garbage. Matt already knows, so he can't play the game, but maybe he can give you guys raw hints. But I'm gonna show you kind of like a broad. You guys have to take a guess on what it is, okay? All right, what do you guys think this could be? I found this in the dumpster. This is your hint.
I can't guess because I already know, but
yeah, you guys have to guess. And while you guys think about your guesses, I am going to come on over to my favorite segment, which I have to turn off the screen. Boom, baby! It's come on over to Bitfy, guys. No KYC, no VPN, and you save 20% on your trading fees using our link in the description. If you're new to trading, guys, deposit $100, you get a $60 bonus, just 60% of your money. If you're a little bit more skilled, you can deposit $500 and you get a $100 bonus, which is 20%. You also get 20%, but a little bit more amped. If you're a more skilled trader, you can deposit $1,000 and get a $200 bonus. And if you've been around for a while, you're not the new kid anymore, you know what you're doing, you deposit $5,000 and get a $1,000 bonus. Now, what's really cool about this, guys, is, I don't know if you pointed out, you see any of these coins on my shirt? You can literally put any amount of coins in there as long as the equivalent of $5,000. You could put Bitcoin in there, Solana, Ethereum. You could do Algo. You could even do crappy Polkadot, or you could even do no, it's not on the shirt. It's Cardano. You can even put Cardano, a combination of all those coins in there, guys, and get you a $1,000 bonus to learn how to trade with. Now, just be careful, guys, because we don't want to see anybody get liquidated. But on that note, if you see in the description, you also find our Discord link in there, and you can hop on over there and check out what me and Trent are looking at in the charts, what we're thinking. And you also get access to our VIP level group, and you'll find the top ROI traders will generate scalps trades and swing trades, and that can help you learn how to what to look. You can find new trades, and you can also be like, okay, what are they looking at that I should look at? And they'll give you stop losses, entry prices, take profit 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if it uses leverage, they can say what leverage price to use. And guys, me and Trent get kickbacks from the fees. I'm just being upfront with you guys. That's how I bought the new mic. Yeah, we just put everything right back in the channel. We haven't paid ourselves yet, guys. So I just want to thank everybody for freaking clicking button, taking names, and helping us grow, guys. And and also Trent and I are inclined because we want to help you because this is kind of how we support the show. But so if you ever have a chart you want to throw it in there, you'll get me looking over a market cipher. Trent will look over his traditional TA. You will even get other people looking over it too. So it's kind of like a family. We're building the most hydrated Discord community out there. What do we got here? We got Chara.
Also, Alex doesn't know this yet, but I'm gonna ask him if he can fund a giveaway. I'm gonna ask him if he can fund a giveaway contest for us. So
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm Chara. I am a garbage man, so I am in the dumpsters more often than I should be because I have a really bad curiosity in nature, so I go in there more than most.
He's not a garbage man. He's a sanitation engineer.
Yeah, I'm engineering something, all right. And Chara said it's tight and pat. And then show the case again. Oh, Kevin wants to show the case again. Okay. I'm not showing you the front because it's not a Samsonite. I know that's what you guys are thinking. I don't know if you guys can tell without trying to show you what it is. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Mafia Don, dude, right? Hey, dude, there's some sketchy stuff, man. If you ever drive your truck someplace and you're told not to look back there, just let people do what you gotta do. Yeah, MYOB, mind your own business.
You know what they say? I don't know who they is, but don't piss off your garbage man. Don't piss off your mailman. Don't piss off your Amazon man.
And don't piss off your garbage man in your Amazon vehicle because we know where you live and we'll mark your accounts and you'll be on the shit list for the rest of your life and you'll never be able to get it off it. Nobody will ever know. I was thinking a recorder player. And you guys, that's a pretty good guess. As Costa, you're probably pretty close to being right. I was thinking the same thing too, Costa, yesterday. Right now, I'm still kind of thinking the same thing with BTC, but it is looking pretty bullish. Okay. Time to show you guys. I got to give myself a little bit more space to work it. Put this case up on my desk. Now, I'm just going to say right now, I don't think you guys are right. All right. Send the case down. I open it up. I can't get it to stay open. It's heavy. Bam, guys, a full brand new thing of silverware. Never even used. I thought it was a suitcase too when I first saw it. And then the second thing is, I don't know if you guys can see it, spoons, pots, and pans, ladles, a pie cutter. Chara, I thought it was a pin pat. Hey, you know, they aren't actually that bad. I mean, I don't know if you guys could tell because of my crappy camera. It kind of has like this pearl like handle to it. The knife, one of the knives. Reflective too. Pearl like handle. Never been used, man. Yeah, I even got the oyster spoons and pie shovels and soup dinglings. I looked up this silverware case online. $150, bro. $150 case. Take it to a pawn shop and be like, hey, I bought this and looking to pawn it. I got it from my grandma. Oh, dang, but I always got to try to be funny. Hello, great score.
Ted said only thrown away one.
Only thrown away one. Hey man, you never know what people buy. I found these motorcycle helmets, dude. Brand new motorcycle helmets. I found 3 of them. They smelled like cigarettes. Okay, I aired them out completely. I got rid of the smell. But they had transition visors. They had the full face mask open up and closed, and they had Bluetooth speakers that all worked. And I was selling them on OfferUp, and this guy's like, "Okay, I got this." He's like, "Where'd you get it?" I was like, "The garbage." You want it? Or not? He's like, yeah, I'll take it. I'm like, no scratches, nothing, man. Like, hey, check out the sun. The visor changes colors, everything. You never know what you can find, dude. Trent, I was gonna ask you if you know what a weed eater is, but I forgot you just won't have grass.
No, we do get weeds. My neighbor has grass. Most people.
My gosh, do you even use silverware? You know, that's a funny question, Calvin. It depends really what I'm eating, if I use silverware or not. But I probably should, because my hands, they touch a lot of garbage at the end of the days, and they stink. And I probably, you know, I was telling Trent, I almost never get sick, man, after becoming a garbage guy. Like, the first week I was there, I thought I was going to die. I was crapping behind the blade and just trying to get the fresh air. Just took off my door, trying to survive. And then I was like, you know what? I don't get sick anymore.
I never got sick when I worked at the truck wash.
Yeah, but you get sick now?
Yeah.
Well, you should probably work at the truck wash again. But see, there's a difference. You don't wash garbage trucks. You wash
we washed some pretty nasty stuff. And we did washouts of the inside of trailers that were hauling God knows what.
Hey, if it is silver, I'm melting it all down, Chara.
You know, we did mud removals, like, we washed some pretty nasty stuff. And, you know, we were, like, you know, in contact with truckers every day, which, like, truckers are actually way more clean than the general public thinks they are.
Yeah, it depends on the...
Yeah, the reason why is, like, they don't see anybody all day. Like, they're pretty secluded, you know?
Chara, if you ever are in the Discord, you should hit me up. Just at me. Because I'll tell you a way where you can get silver for like $1.50 an ounce. I have a lot of silver accumulated like that, and it's pretty cool. That's when I first started making like TikTok videos. I was trying to explain it, but there was just too much effort to learn how to make videos at that time because I didn't know Trent. And Trent, I was like, I don't know how to do this. And he goes, oh, I got you. But now it's like a couple years later, so. I'll show you it too, Chara. I'm not BSing.
Well, I think that we should. This has been a fun show, a little bit of a loose show, but I think that we should probably. It would be prudent to chart a little bit. Let me look at. Unless you got something. If you got something at any point you want to look at, just let me know, because I'm
No, I don't have anything. I mean, I was gonna run over Bitcoin, maybe the dominance. But you know what I should look at actually, Trent? Is if it's okay if I pull up, is I haven't looked at the weekly close, a monthly close on Bitcoin.
Yeah, go for it.
And using Market Cipher.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's probably pretty relevant. Where's Bitcoin at? No, I see your message, Chara. I'll hit you up. I'm gonna erase some of the data. Well, the good news is that red dot didn't really play out now, did it? They're still saying that we have more downward pressure. We're at 12 to 11 right now. -1 to a 1. The bulls actually gained strength. The bears actually lost strength. That's a good sign on the monthly. Did we get the 2-week close? No. What else did we get closed today, Trent? Friday.
It was monthly and like quarterly, but you don't see quarter 3 on a chart.
That'd be kind of a cool indicator. I wonder if you could put that on there. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, the two-day closed yesterday. I don't think I looked at it because I was busy trying to stay alive. But we have an anchor wave, trigger wave that popped up with a green dot, which is a strong signal to the upside. Stokes RSI are curving up. That's a really good thing. We didn't get a lower low either, Trent.
Hey.
And then we also have anchor trigger wave right now. BTC Stokes RSI are green and good. Money flow coming in. The 3-day close. 3-day, we also have our anchor trigger wave. And usually when we get multiple trigger anchor waves, that's on multiple time frames. That's setting up for a good hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me, Trent?
Well, Mr. Face was saying that, by Mr. Face, I mean Crypto Face, of course, was saying that, in this bull run, that bearish trends usually only last 2 weeks. They usually only last 14 days. And the other day, like literally the day that we got the pump, he was saying that we were on day 14.
Well, I would like to see something happen. How's that? We still have more momentum to the upside on like Solana. VWAP, it's not super strong. Where's dominance at, Trent? That's not bad. We did get a harder wick down, but we came up and closed a lot. The dominance went from a 17. Actually, we want this to go down more. At 17 to a 9 on the dominance, but we still have a couple months left. So. What are they looking at? Total 1 has a red dot, but not the other totals. I'm just kind of scanning over a few coins. Man, does this make you nervous that this is a double top for ETH and altcoin season's over?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No. That's not a double top. That is a support resistance, a macro support resistance split.
I stay blessed, Calvin. We'll hit you up later, dude. What about red dot on Ondo on the 2-week? The downside.
Not enough data.
What about red dot on Crow? on the week, 2 week.
On the 2 week.
Yeah, right
I mean, that's not a big red dot on the.
What about red dot on Cardano on the 2 week?
I mean, again,
You are breaking down strength, RSI, Stokes coming down, DBSI went from an 8 to a 14. Doji candle trend reversal. It's thinking that we might close Cardano at like 75 cents this month.
There's zero chance of that.
You think so?
Zero chance.
I like that. I'll take that bet. What's his like? You want to give me 5 to 1 odds?
What does that mean?
I'll bet $1. You pay me 5 if I'm right.
That's fine.
I mean, 0% chance. I mean, we could do 10,000 to 1. I can take those odds too. You get a little bit more nervous though on 10,000 to 1. There's 0% chance all of a sudden becomes like a 15.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm using hyperbole, but look.
I mean, look at this wedge we're in, Trent, on the weekly.
Okay.
Well, if we're knocking on the 21's door. If we fall through the 21, rounded top. You up, coming down. Red dot saying we're still coming down. Money flow is not super strong yet. Stokes strength coming down. Cardano, DBSI we did go from a 6 to a 15. So you do got that going for you.
Well, I mean, I will say this about Cardano. If
But the 2-day and 3-day looked really strong.
If I go to Cardano on my chart, and I'm looking at the 21 MA, flat, slightly curving. Sure, I don't like it. However,
but the triangle could go a little longer though, right?
Yeah, it could, but it's not. The thing is, we're getting an ETF this month. And like the weekly, what this means to me is consolidation. Like the RSI is neutral. Okay, so until and you have, if I zoom out, you have tweezer bottoms on the weekly. Tweezer bottoms bouncing off of the 21 moving average. So a lot of times what happens when you get so much pressure built up inside of a bullish pennant, a symmetrical triangle like this, like you spent a lot of time ranging from low to high.
Yeah.
Right? Inside of the triangle.
Yeah.
And then as you get to the end of the triangle, you are no longer touching both the bottom and upper trend lines anymore. Like we came up to this move and we did not go up to the upper trend line before we fell down and touched the lower one. Okay, we touched the lower one, then we came up, did this, touched the higher one. As you get to the end of the triangle, you're much more likely to come down and touch the middle before you break out. You're much more likely to do that than you are to come all the way back down and touch the bottom of the triangle again. Can you? Sure. Is it the most likely scenario? No. You have tweezer bottoms here on the weekly. Tweezer bottoms bouncing off of the 21 moving average. RSI is neutral. And
oh my goodness.
It's gonna take a pretty significant bearish close to like bring RSI too much weaker, especially when you start looking at other time frames and you see that the 3-day MACD is bullish, RSI is neutral, Stokes are neutral, 21 is curving up. We're hovering. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I put a fat trade in on Farcoin 2 days ago when me and Ted were talking about it, and I'm significantly up, and I think it's going to pay out a lot more. Mm-hmm. Also, bet I think people are giving up on it because it's like in a free fall right now. Out of everything else, it's dumping, and it looks like it's continued dumping. And I also was going to tell you, I don't know if you're in a Casper trade or not, but it's starting to look extremely juicy if you aren't.
Okay. I was listening to Crypto Face say this the other day. He was like, look, the weekly and the 2-week don't look good on a lot of time frames. But when you've been in a 2-week correction, the weekly is not going to look good. So
wait, who said that? Crypto Face or Crypto Lifer?
Crypto Face. Yeah. He was saying, like, when you've been in a correction for 2 weeks, the weekly's not going to look good. His point was actually that you need to let the lower time frames, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever, you need to let those work themselves back into the higher time frames and turn it around. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't, point in case, I look at the daily on Cardano, and the stochastic RSI is in the middle of a recovery. The MACD is wanting to turn bullish. We've, bottomed so far, anyways. We're holding above the 200-day moving average, which a lot of altcoins have not even pierced the 200-day moving average, and Cardano has been holding above it. So, I don't know. You couple that with the fact that Bitcoin is leading this move up. So, look, Bitcoin is showing the way forward here. MACD has already crossed bullish on Bitcoin. Stokes are in the middle of a bullish move. Stokes are bullish, they're not bearish. RSI is bullish. Yeah. We're above we broke back above the 21 on Bitcoin. Support on the VRVP on Bitcoin is at 110.3. Which we were just there, how low is Cardano really going to wick to if we go to 110? Like, go back to 75 cents? Cool. That's fine. Bitcoin's showing the way out of this, in my opinion. And if I go to ETH, I'm willing to bet that ETH is also showing the way out of this. Not as much as Bitcoin is, but it is showing the way forward a little bit more than a lot of the alts are, which makes me wonder where Bitcoin dominance is at right now, because Bitcoin is showing the way forward and it doesn't seem like Ethereum or altcoins are yet. So if I go to BTC.D and I look at that, then we're seeing the reason why.
Yeah,
we're seeing the reason why it looks like, you look at you're looking at altcoin charts on Market Cipher and you don't feel bullish. Well, okay, so whenever that happens, I need to go to Bitcoin dominance and ask myself, what's really going on here? Are we going to reverse? Are we going to go into a new Bitcoin season? Well, in order to do that, we would really have to set a higher high.
Yeah.
We'd really have to get over 60% again, 60.14. And my problem with that is that the Stokes on the daily are already back over the dotted line. They're up here at 92. I know that Bitcoin dominance has the gas to make a higher high. The moving averages, like this 100-day moving average is trending downward, and it's going to run right into the price. I'm just not so sure that Bitcoin dominance is not telling me, and look where we're coming up on this green candle. VRVP has resistance right here and right here. So Bitcoin dominance has a lot of work to do. It made almost a 4% move up so far, a 3.5% move up so far, which is why you're looking at altcoin charts and we're thinking, it's not bullish, right? But if we view this as a relief rally on Bitcoin dominance, as a bull trap on Bitcoin dominance, and we think that this bear flag is going to play out after all, and that this move right here is just a bear trap,
You there?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm playing around with lines.
You were like completely frozen, your arms in the air. I was like,
No. I'm just playing around with these lines. But, my point is, if we view this as a bull trap, as a relief rally, and this flag is actually going to play out, stochastics are already overextended. I don't know. So that's my take on that.
It's a pretty good take, Trent.
Well, we moving into sign off time, you think?
Yeah, you do Cardano spotlight. Anything that you're gonna call it right there?
I'll call it. I was looking there. There's nothing too crazy to go over today. I'll call it. We can have. I'm sure you worked overtime tonight. Let's just
Yeah, freaking Tuesdays suck. Mondays suck just as bad, and Fridays also suck. But
yeah.
Well, guys, hey, thank you for subscribing to us, man. We appreciate each and every single one of you. And just to show you how much we appreciate you, Ted says, I'll see you guys back in 2 weeks going to the Bahamas. Hey, Ted, that sounds dope, man. Maybe you'll see us in the Bahamas. We went there for the crypto cruise a couple years ago. Thank you, Ted, for showing up. Thank you, Calvin, for showing up. Thank you, Chara. We'll talk some silver in the chat. Muffhead, thank you for showing up. Costa, thank you for Costa-ing in. Who else we got here? Amelia, thank you for showing up. We have Not You, Connor, Mamiya, LT, Duke for you forever. I think you are our new subscriber. Real Meta, what's going on, man? Phantom Beats 4201. What up? Thank you for showing up. King Christopher Paul 477 Hutchinson. Thank you for showing up. That is it, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great night. Stay blessed. Stay hydrated. See you later.
Peace. Cheers.
Later. Oh my gosh, Trent.